It's Pink October again, and for those of you who do not know, October has been designated for creating awareness of breast cancer. Now, you want to join me and other medical practitioners here at the Medifair Multi-Specialist Hospital all through the month of October as we bring to you some causes, some effects, preventive measures and treatments of breast cancer. My name is Stella J. Jomsugli. You're welcome back from that break, and I'm seated with a general practitioner at the Medifair Multi-Specialist and Fertility Center. Her name is Dr. Oyeronke Suliat. Oye. Yes, hello, Doc.
Hello.
Let's talk about cancer. What is cancer?
So cancer is abnormal growth of cells in the body. It can occur anywhere in the body. It's basically when the cells grow abnormally, more than usual.
Okay, so there's cancer of the eye, the nose, the mouth,
any part of the body you can think of that has cells that can be a cancer.
Okay, so abnormal growth in the body means there's a normal process that cells grow in the body, but if it moves away from that process, it means that there's cancer. Okay, so now let's talk about breast cancer. How does it start and what exactly is breast cancer?
Okay, so breast cancer basically means abnormal cell growth in the breast. So in the breast, we have three types of cells in the breast. There's the lobule, which is where the milk comes from.
Okay.
And then you have the duct, which is the ductal cells, which forms the duct that act like a tunnel for the milk to flow through.
Okay.
And then you have fibrous tissues, tissue cells, which basically form like a supporting structure for all the ducts and the lobules in the breast. And you can have cancer in any of these tissue. So depending on the tissue where the cancer is from, like where the abnormal growth happens, then you have that particular type of cancer in the breast, basically.
Okay, so it's abnormal because why does something just start growing in a part of your body? So what brings out that abnormal growth? So talk about the causes of the cancer.
Okay, so in for breast cancer, okay, so for cancer in general, when cancer grows, so normally the cell, it goes through it divides, and then the cell grows for some number of days or years depending on the lifespan of the cell. So each cell has a lifespan in the body. So when the body gets to its full lifespan, the cell dies. Okay. But in the case of a cancerous cell, instead of them dying, they continue growing. They continue to divide and reproduce. And then they reproduce excessively, abnormally, out of the normal rate. So let's say maybe a cell is supposed to divide like 10 times. For a cancerous cell can divide like 100 times. So in the breast, there are factors and things that can lead to that abnormality coming on, like triggering the abnormality in the breast. So one of there are those you can work on, like you can do something about, and there are some that you are born with it and there's nothing you can do about it, really. So the ones you can do something about are like too much alcohol, smoking, being overweight, contraceptive use, some hormone therapy, basically for contraception, can increase your chances. So the alcohol, the smoking, they cause oxidation in your body, like oxidants, and that prones you to the cancer. Those are the ones you can do something about. The ones you cannot do something about is a woman's age. So the older, it's not just women and men can get breast cancer.
Yes, I was going to ask
but the older you grow, the higher the risk of you having an abnormal cell and the higher the chance of you getting breast cancer. Okay, you can also get other cancers, but in this case we are talking about breast cancer.
Yes.
Okay. And apart from age, for women, if you menstruate earlier than usual, so usually they say before the age of 12, then you are at a higher risk of breast cancer. And if you have your menopause after age of 55, those women are more at higher risk of breast cancer. This is because they are exposed to hormones in the body. There are hormones that make a woman a woman. So your estrogen, for example, you are prone to it. And this hormone, they tell the cells to divide. They can encourage the cells to divide. So if you are exposed to it for a longer time, there's a higher chance that your cells will divide abnormally.
Okay.
Another risk factor is this one too you can modify really, is having children later than usual and not breastfeeding.
Okay,
well.
so the last time I was here, Doc told me that the best age for any woman to give birth is 22 years. We've all been marveled. So
Yes.
if you don't give birth early, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, so if you don't give birth early, you have a higher chance. So all these things I'm mentioning, all these risk factors I'm mentioning, doesn't mean that if you do them, you definitely get breast cancer. It's just that they are part of them. So like the risk factors, so for you to get cancer or breast cancer in general, you have it's a multifactorial thing. It's not just one factor.
Okay.
So there is the lifestyle factor, the environmental factor, and then you have your genetics as well playing part. So I'm just mentioning some of these factors that can increase your chance. It's like playing a lottery. I mean, it's not a lottery anybody wants to win, but it's like playing a lottery. The more entry you have, the higher the chance of you being picked.
So it means that if you have maybe it's in your family line.
Yes.
So if you have the hereditary.
Yes. So I was going to come to that.
Okay.
So like hereditary is also a factor.
Okay.
So it is known that if you your first line, the female line, basically the mother, the sisters, and aunties, when they have breast cancer, there's a high chance that the person would have breast cancer. So this is because they carry some genes that can put them at a higher risk of breast cancer.
Right, so it means that if it's in your family and you also don't take good care of yourself, or like your lifestyle choices also come into play, then you have a higher chance of getting it. So if for the ones that you cannot control, if you are that kind of person, it means that you have to be extra careful about the ones that you can control.
And also you have to go for screening more often, so that when you have it, they can pick it up early and treat it early.
Okay, so how will I know that I have breast cancer?
Okay, so in the developed world, and I think Ghana is getting there as well, where people are getting screened regularly, is usually picked up from ultrasound scans or from mammogram when women are sent to go and do these things. But apart from that, people can present with a lump in the breast, okay, or a lump in the armpit. So also another symptom that people tend to present with is a rash or abnormality of the skin of the breast. So abnormalities such as reddening of the skin of the breast, thickening of the skin, and sometimes the skin might look like an orange peel, the way the tiny holes, dots in the orange peel, the way it looks.
Okay.
So they can come with that, or they could have an ulcer on the breast as well. they could also present with pain in the breast, or the breast might look abnormal as compared to the other side, like maybe bigger or look weird, like irregular shaped as compared to the other breast. They can also present with the nipple going inside or moving from the usual level it is. Having all these symptoms doesn't mean you have breast cancer, by the way. It could be caused by other things, other abnormality of the breast. So it's better when you have such symptoms, you come to the hospital. Don't think you have breast cancer until you are told you have. So because we have to go through a series of tests before it can be diagnosed.
Okay, so let's talk about screening. Now that you have an idea about what breast cancer can be, how you can get it, how often should you go for screening?
Okay, so for every woman is advised to screen their breast monthly at the same time in the month. So you can, there's the touch, look, and feel. So you look at your breast in the mirror, you touch it, and you feel for lumps in your breast. So they say you should get to know your breast. So with every month, you know what your breast feels like, and when you feel something abnormal, then you can call your doctor.
Okay. And let's talk about some of the preventive measures that anyone can adopt to prevent breast cancer.
Okay. So the most important thing you can do to prevent breast cancer is eating healthy. So if you have a good healthy diet, a lot of vegetables, you reduce your risk of cancer, not just breast cancer, any cancer.
Okay.
Reducing alcohol intake. So the lower, you should try and reduce the amount of alcohol you take, or if possible, stop taking alcohol as a whole.
But people say wine is good for the body.
Yes. So when they say you can take 1 glass of wine, there are different kinds of wines. So the regular wine is what they meant, like the red wine. Okay. They have lower alcohol intake. They are not talking about whiskey or vodka.
Or gin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So reduce the intake of alcohol or stop at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Smoking. If someone smokes,
any type of
smoking, you increase your chance of getting cancers. This is because they give you oxidants in the body, and it increases your chance of getting cancer, like your cells becoming abnormal, and increase your chance of getting cancers in general. Exercise, good exercise. It's important that you exercise daily or weekly. You should make it a routine to increase your exercise, so that you can reduce your risk of getting cancers. Yes.
Okay.
Also, a woman should take fish oil. Not just women, men too, because men can get cancer as well. Fish oil contains a lot of nutrients and a lot of antioxidants, which protects you from cancers, including breast cancer.
Okay. Fish oil.
Yes, fish oil.
That's new.
Yes, and then, like I said earlier, the TLC, touch, look, and call your doctor if there's any abnormality in your breast.
All right. Thank you very much. Touch, look, or call your doctor whenever you spot any form of abnormality in your breast. Thank you very much, Dr. Suliat.
Thank you
for helping us with that education. My name is Stella Jejom Sugli, and we'll be back with another episode.
Ghana Water Company from Sunday, October 2nd, 2022 commenced spilling of excess water in its dam at Weja. 2 days down the line, this has resulted in flooding in various communities in the Weja municipality. Currently, this is a bridge serving one of the areas in Weja called Away. The bridge serves as one of the parts that leads to the area, and currently the excess water or the flood water is threatening to cut this place off. We understand that a lot of people are currently in their homes and have been left stranded. Those who have been able to brace the flood waters are making their way out of the community. We speak to some of the community members to find out their plight.
It is the main one that serves the community and the new Weja. It links old Weja and new Weja.
And now it is being cut off.
Yeah, and it's the first time, honestly. You know, we had a catchment area. We had a catchment area that was some pits that keeps the water, and then they've come to dump boiler waste in it. And because of that, that is what you are seeing. Everywhere is flooded.
You just came from there?
Yeah, I live across.
What's the situation?
Extra worse. People are having to relocate. In fact, for so many years I have lived here, I've never witnessed anything like this. It is precarious. Lives might be lost. Yes, I do. I do.
I understand some people have been caught up in their rooms and killed.
Yes, I mean, it's more trouble. You can't even move your car, you know, and that is what it is. So I decided to check what is happening around this area too, and this is what I see. For about 2 days now, people have not been able to get out of their houses, and it is getting worse. You know, that is the situation. No, it's not waterways. We don't have people building in waterways. We used to have pits where the Chinese dug soil from there. I had to build a national theater, you know, and so the waters were collecting there whenever they spilled the dam. But they've come to put boiler in it. It's become a dumping site. They want to reclaim the land and sell it. So once they put waste in it, the water has nowhere to hold than to come into the houses. That is the problem.
And a bridge weapon and
a bridge weapon, bridge in so a biwa. Yet to me faha. And round corner, and in then I am massa. Sunday no move. About 3 years.
3 years now is so now about the affected.
Miss Yamina Cadem, Yentmin, Yamina Caho,
Yama any day.
So far, me fancy a fridge, Yantare, your bag, near maybe as I say, what them be out. Yentmin Remugu,
much it was
without your eye. Without your eye. And this year, baby, I shall then be. With them. Now, they will be able to make a side. Maybe I said, a memenedano, and no man for Sierra no be an engineer and master. It's the end of the day and name is ISA. It will be crash a demo, no say, a bit a bebasa.
Mohan said in Sony Bemono, if you must say Mohan in Sony in Kansas, we see that one, Kansas,
Sir, we are what are now bad. The way I sit here and shall say, ye be a bear, the Baba Togo. But when you sit down and show you, we are sharing you. Yes, Rabbi said, the afternoon, Mobia be our pastor, Babuay Biano. Or no, I'm a boy, a panitawala. yegu nkotodwe so panechew ye sere na omesu emu kakra na esi ade ye ho kire omesu yasene.
So for residents of New Weja, this bridge that links them to the various parts of the Weja and its environs, the furthest this water has risen to is about 6 feet, but now it has gotten to the bridge level, threatening to come over the bridge. We understand that some or several residents have been locked up in their homes, and some residents say this is most likely to lead to the loss of lives. Reporting from the Weja municipality in the Greater Accra region for GhanaWeb TV, George AC.
Putting us together, bringing us together in this room, as you rightly say. And well, let's have a short period of silence to commemorate him.
May his soul.
Thank you very much.
May his soul and all the departed soul rest in perfect peace. Amen.
Now, I think you have been talking. You have not been talking to me before. You have been talking to Mark Stebe, I assume. Mark. I assume Mark has been in contact with you. That's our commercial manager / CEO. I'm the CTO, also the founder of GhanaWeb. Now, and I understand you have been in close contact with our departed colleague, Echo. You have to forgive me, I'm not well prepared to take over the dialogue, because we are all devastated. But yet, I'm here to continue the talks which have been started, to start doing our cooperation together. But yes, forgive me, I'm not really informed about all what has been discussed, because this came for me as a shock. I just know it for about 2 hours. So we have to digest it. Now I'm here, so really willing to take up the conversation. Now that Echo is no longer amongst us.
So sad. A very painful loss. Somebody that we just spoke to on Friday. Leave us like that. We just say, God knows best, and we leave it in the hands of God. So we discussed with him that we needed to come here and not to take the many things that you do for us granted, and that we should come here and first of all show appreciation for the support that GhanaWeb is giving our industry and players in our industry in terms of the eyeballs and ears. And that is what we normally use to reach out to the consuming public. So we felt that this time, meet the team and thank them for all the support they've given us in the past. And that if we take it for granted, for all we know, we've hurt one of you, for which we should be here to apologize. We wouldn't know. So visits like that would ensure that if there is anything that we've done that is not in keeping with your aspirations, your vision, your mission, and all of that, we use such to amend and look at the way forward. So one of the reasons that we are here is to appreciate you for the support you've given to CIMG and to also discuss the way forward, what we can do in order to take this relationship a notch further. Even as anchor man and our convener is not here, it makes it even very necessary so that we know the people behind the scene. So our contact person is no longer, but we know Eric is there, we know he's there, we know, and even the founder. So we are blessed. To the extent that I thought we could have a meeting with the commercial team alone, I said no. I want to rope in the founder and I want to rope in the other management team because CIMG has grown and CIMG has a lot of legs. So they should know and they know where partnerships can be improved on or further partnership can help out going forward. So one of the things we discussed, I recall, was our professional marketing qualifications. So what it is at the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana is that on August 13, 2020, the government passed our act into law. So now Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana has an act, Act 1021, which then means that we can do two main things. Regulate the marketing profession, and certainly if you are regulating the marketing profession, then you are looking at it from marketing research and insight right down to customer relationship management, brand equity, and all of that. Aside that, we are to regulate the marketing profession and set standards. When we talk about standards, we are talking about regulations and all of that. So we thought that we should let you know so that wherever the gaps are, wherever we feel that it's not being regulated, we all come together and regulate it before somebody else regulates it for us. We know how best to regulate our profession rather than bringing it
to be regulated by the government, but you want to regulate it.
Yes,
yourself.
because we have the act. Okay. We have the act to do that, and then we come along with practitioners in that regard. Aside that, what it did for us is for us to start our own exam. So we are now an awarding body. We can award our own professional qualifications, unlike before, where we would depend on Chartered Institute of Marketing in the UK and in Mohall, to be specific. Today, we have our own grown qualification in Ghana. And we did our first professional exams in December. We had 91 students, and we thank you for the support, yes, because you published articles on that for us. Then in June, just this past June, we did over 200. The third batch or the third cohort will be doing this December. So one of the things or benefits that you get from us is to make sure that the commercial department and the marketing department, those who would have an academic qualification and some exposure and experience can come along and then get a third leg, which is a professional qualification. Because it stays suicidal for an individual who has done a profession or who is practicing a particular trade or profession does not belong to a professional body. He needs to belong to a professional body because of standards, because of ethics, and what have you.
You want to be that body?
We are the body, not that we want to be. We are the body.
Thank you for the correction.
Okay. And we have the act now to do that. What we are doing is the regulations, which we need to do hands-holding all of us together to develop it going forward, so that we have an understanding, so you don't go against it. The other thing we would want to discuss is that we've done some research that we feel you can partner us, bring eyeballs and ears to it. So last year, we did what we call the Customer Satisfaction Index, and I'm quite sure you have put life into it. For the banks, we did it face-to-face, and we did for retail banking. This year we are in the field presently, and we are doing 4 corporate and retail as well, but this time online and not face-to-face. We want you to come on board when it's being launched. We want you to help ramp up the numbers for people to give their bank, feedback going forward. And there too, we feel we can partner to let this become a successful venture for us. We are not limited to banks. We want to extend it to insurance. We want to extend it to private healthcare. We want to extend it to the business schools, and we want to extend it to the hotels for this year. But as we go along, we'll be doing such for the other industries as well, to measure quality service, to measure satisfaction, and to look at net promoter score and customer loyalty is very key and part of the mandate and part of the functions of the Chartered Institute of Market in Ghana. We also want to drive membership, and you note that most of our members are the CMOs. Most of our members are the advertisers. In as much as you would work with an advertising agency, in as much as you work with the media owner, you need the advertiser and you need the chief marketing operating officers, and they are in our membership. So what can we do for them to experience the brand GhanaWeb? Can we be sending them shout outs, birthday messages, wishing them well with their pictures on your platforms? And would that be engaging enough? These are some of the things we would want to discuss so we can take the relationship further notch higher, and such other things that would promote and give us a win-win situation going forward. So in brief, this is what we were discussing with the late Epo Blankson, and hence our meeting this morning. I'll stop here because this is the lady leading us. As I said, she's a council member and chair of the Publication, Publicity and International Affairs Committee at the Chartered Institute of Market in Ghana. And I would want to stop here so she also comes in, and where the gaps are, he fills it for us. Thank you very much, and once again, our condolences and our sympathies to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor. And thank you all so much. Thank you, Founder, for giving us the opportunity. We are still in shock, and we are just trying to put ourselves together. Notwithstanding, you've said it all. Just to add that GhanaWeb is a strong brand in Ghana and even across Ghana. CIM Ghana has also come this far. We've built our brand over these years, and we have a lot of corporate entities that falls on our back. So coming to you today, as he said, what more can we do? You've been giving a lot to us. What more can we also do for you? Probably you can leverage on us, because you're also in business. So if more like you're a brand affiliate to CIMG Ghana, so wherever CIMG Ghana is mentioned, GhanaWeb is also being noticed and is also being acknowledged. When it happens that way, we are also able to promote your brand alongside. Okay, so corporate entities across all sectors, you can have business with them. And you can probably look at maybe not giving them the same costing you give generally, but because a CIMG, if let's say you charge 1,000 cedis per this, because you are, maybe you drop it to, let's say, 600. Remember, we want the market. We want the recognition. We want to penetrate.
You want to pass on the benefit to your members.
Good. So benefit to the members, and also you also come up. Okay, we know you have your clientele, but when it comes to business, we still want more. We still want more. So probably this is another angle we can look at to also help build your brand for you. Because just to say thank you is thank you, but what are we doing? So this is one thing that we think we want to, drive alongside with you. So if you have any other, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to really have this relationship bonded, for a win-win situation.
Did I understand you correctly that you want to perform customer surveys?
Yes.
On behalf of banks, insurance companies,
private healthcare, business schools and hotels.
And you will do that to collect information, which can help those institutes, right?
Yeah.
And you think that, I assume that you think we can help you with that to perform those surveys, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that sounds very interesting, because of course we have the audience to do such surveys. It's my first thing, of course. This is the first time I sit together with you. But we have the audience to do such surveys, and we also have can arrange the technology to do it, to make sure we can run such surveys. And I think we have already done something like that. Something like that, but that is at consumer level, that African consumer panel. We can run surveys to specific audiences, whatever people want. It's a side business we are doing. We can look into that. We can also look into setting up something very specifically to run such surveys for your outfit. But I assume that service will come, will be service charged. You charge money for your members, right? It's not like that a bank can come to you and say they want to run a survey. And no, there will be a financial model behind it. If I may ask, have you already discussed those parameters with
Yes, in fact, we've done the first one last year. So we've gone far with the customer satisfaction index. The first one was done last year for the banks, supported by Ghana Association of Banks, and then the Bank of Ghana. So what we do is that you bring all 23 banks together. You have a technical team that looks at the methodology, the deployment, the questionnaire, the approach. So we've done that. In fact, as I speak to you now, we are in the field for that one. So the support we actually wanted was to ramp up visibility, to tell the customers that we've started the collection of feedback, and the fact that those who are your audience can go to the site or their bank's website to complete the questionnaire, So those were the kind of support we were looking at, because we're already in the field. But that shouldn't stop us doing other kinds of research. We don't need to do only customer satisfaction index. In fact, we are not just doing customer satisfaction index, we're also doing what we call the regional brand index. So we and GhanaWeb can agree on something to do. Certainly it can't be Ghana All Media Product Survey, which is also another project, because in Ghana All Media Product Survey it will be conflict of interest. If you know the ramps and tabs, the radio audience measurement, TV audience measurement, and that kind of thing, that is something we've done in the past, which we want to start. That one we can't involve you because you would be measured.
Okay, sure.
You will be measured in it. But there is certainly some areas that we can explore. Once we know there is a technology that we can use, once we know there is a process here that we can use, what we need to do is to identify that industry. It could be for industrialization. It could be to measure the success of 1D, 1F. But rather than just look at 1D, 1F, we want to know whether Ghana's drive on industrialization is paying off. That is something we can do with GhanaWeb. We can also do with GhanaWeb brand building process, what we call continued brand building processes for SMEs. Special one, because these days, when I came into this industry, the nice things that we used to hear about branding is no longer there. I remember the Castle Stout and Guinness Extra Stout fight. I can tell you how we got Nunu scent, and how Ghanaian agencies started doing adverts in pidgin English. I recall how even BBC Today would do a program on pidgin English. There is some history, there is some case study behind it. I remember this would have come out of the fight between Omo and Ariel. And Omo had a tough in Nigeria then, and realizing that the same would be done in Ghana, you know, on the back of communication, were able to do the things they did to survive the market then. These are things that we would want to have on your platform, for which SME companies can read and also bring them along. It shouldn't be said that a company is born today, all the noise is made about the company 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, that brand or company is no longer. We can do something about that, and we would want to collaborate on that front, on that gap, to do something like that. So we'll take that thing up, do a concept note, share with you, and you see how you can help. Certainly the financial model comes in doing it first, because it's an industry-driven thing. We do it first, and then those who would want us to give it to them then buys it. But from day one, it's our own resources. Once it's completed, once the report is done, if you want a generic report, there's a cost to it. If you want a specific report, there is a cost to it. And certainly in the announcement, you don't share all the data. So the data is meant for sale. And you share the top lines. The top lines, and then you get people to come about. So we can look at those areas and others. But there are a lot of things that we should be doing for the marketing fraternity and for that space, because there is nothing like eyeballs, and yes, so we need that collaboration, we need that partnership, and I'm quite sure if we are able to do it, that will be a legacy for our late brother.
I see possibilities. I'm not a marketing expert. I wish I was. I don't think we.
That he's here.
Yes.
And Eko did send him a message. Have you read that message?
No, I have not.
And he should show it to you. Eko handed over before he died to him.
Oh.
That's terrible, I asked him to share it on the platform for people to read that. He handed over to him even before he passed on.
So we don't have, I don't have that expertise in that field. I wish I had. Of course, we are a big company. We have this expertise in-house also. Now, Office in Amsterdam, we have got that in-house expertise. I'm mostly a technician. That's my background. I'm the founder. Basically, I'm the one who started building the platform ages ago. Google didn't even exist. Facebook didn't exist. I started in 1999 to build a platform. Gradually, it has been growing into what it is now. And if I hear about such initiatives, about doing surveys amongst consumers, selected consumers of course, I find it very exciting to start thinking about how we can collaborate on this. I cannot tell you in this meeting exactly how we could go about it, that is too early, but really excited about the idea. Of course, my colleagues here in the room in Amsterdam will share that sentiment. And my thinking is, how can we best arrange do what you do best. Dat is to bring the eyeballs to your surveys. And well, you have to start thinking about the model, about how we can do it structurally, and how we can set up a financial model behind it that can sustain our efforts. Of course, if you're going to provide a service to banks, insurance companies, and the likes, you need to be compensated for the time and money you put into it. So from your end, I assume you're not working as volunteers.
No, certainly not.
Certainly not, so you have to look into them. So that can be a discussion. And well, if I'm going to take part of that discussion, it will be from a technical perspective. Because if you ask a farmer to think about something, you're always thinking about his level, about the crops and the rain and that stuff, and soil, fertilizer. That's my background. I'm not really a marketing, but I understand the big importance of marketing and the potential for our group.
Good. So today is not a good day for us. Won't take much of your time. I think we've exhausted the discussion. We would continue with Eric. Sure. Get a concept paper on the ideas and areas we can collaborate. I realize that you are in some African countries. What we are doing also is to be on the African continent. So we, together with South Africa, Nigeria, Mauritius, Morocco, Zambia, Zimbabwe, we form what we call the African Marketing Confederation. In fact, we have a conference coming in October in Zimbabwe and all of that. We'll see how best we can connect you to these others, so that where we have a presence in Africa, and where you also have a presence in Africa, the collaboration would also continue there on that front too. Yep. So that said, once again, thank you once again on behalf of the National President of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, the Governing Council, and the entire membership of the Institute. We wish to express our condolences, our sympathies for this painful loss. Indeed, it is a painful loss. He is a member. We have also lost him dearly, and anyway, we'll see what to do. It's a difficult one. We didn't expect this at all. We didn't expect this. So once again, our condolences.
Thank you very much for gracing our offices and for the opportunity to partner going forward. And I believe that there are a lot more opportunities for us to do that and solidify our partnership. And I'm sure ECHO, wherever it is, will be happy that we carry it forward and we cement what he started. So thank you once again for coming.
Thank you. You need to take a group picture.
Yes.
You can see the camera people. But we need this background.
Background, okay. So that's
it.
before be I. Next time, I'm up for never now. Never came from some kind. She cannot pass. Maybe it was a play that nice. Give 50 minutes to know how I am. It is one of us and course, you know, the castle was a move for chorus, who were concerned. I could check a gauge in war, as I call her, who shall not a good gauge in way about Slua. I was also just on the war. Well, and Botiano, baby, and sooner and Pono, Ebeno, a honsu, Anua, Eswa, until so and to me call. In Pune, baby, I'm joining a honsu, Anua, a pack war. And now you what also some of the Amare, your boy. Nansuno and Yaquanco. The son of Yaquanconti, and so you buena a vanity. A vanity, or say, you and a temple, you National Palato. Oh, okay, did you know? Oh, the boy we done around. We done around.
I'm seated with the Queen Solomon of Ghana music industry, Sister Efia. She is considered one of Ghana's most versatile female artists. Just give her any genre and she's going to slay it. She's got a number of several hit songs to her credit. This is Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV and I am Paula Amabruni. When we get back from this break, we get personal. You're welcome back from that quick break. I'm seated with Sister Efia, Queen Solomon. You're looking good.
Thank you, thank you.
I finally have you in my seat.
Finally.
Great. Now, Sister Efia, as I introduced you, you've got a number of hit songs to your credit.
Try.
From the days of Jeje to Champion Ata.
Oh, wow.
A lot.
A whole lot.
Weather. The latest Aswading, which was an anthem, and then Makwe. Would you say that Ghanaians have given you your flowers when it comes to the kind of songs that you've given us?
Of course. I mean, they have in a way, and I feel very grateful because there's not a lot of female artists that has been able to pass through this. This whole years. I've been in this game for almost 7 years, and I've been able to. Been able to showcase what I can do. And I'm really happy. I just did it. I just came to Ghana to have fun with music, and now it's a business. So, the Ghanaian people, dear, no doubt, they've been very, very supportive, and I can't deny that.
So you talk about you just came to Ghana to have fun. So
yes,
what was Sister Efia doing before she finally decided?
Well, I was a registered nurse in Reading. Hospital. Well, not for a whole term. I did like a few months, and then I came because I was having so much racism. I'm a workplace. I was not really excited to work. So when I finally made it through my former boss, Aaron, in London, And he just loved my talent. And then the next minute he was like, oh, I need to record a song. I recorded Kokrono. And then he was like, oh, come to Ghana and shoot the video. When I came and shot the video, the song was actually popping already. And I was like, what? And I felt like actually I'm doing something with my music career.
So it just came by chance and you grabbed it. And
yeah,
then
I just grabbed it.
We are.
And here we are.
Great.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you've been in the industry for 7 years.
Yes.
I know musicians, sometimes they set goals for themselves.
Yes.
Would you say that you've accomplished that goal? Do you feel fulfilled or there's more to do?
Of course, music is not just something you just feel like. Even the biggest artists that I know, Beyonce, it keeps still working. I mean, you know, you just need to do it. You know, I mean, I'm not fulfilled yet. I feel like there's more to me that I can deliver. I mean, my next EP will tell you guys what I mean by now, because I feel like the types of songs I wanted to do before, this is the era for it. So I'm about to give you guys everything. So Charlie, you for wait.
You should wait.
Yes.
We're on standby.
Yeah.
We hadn't even finished absorbing Aswadin, the one with Eugene. It was an anthem.
Yes.
People so bored could hear the anthem. They just pull it up Aswadin. It was a big deal. One of my favorites too from you. Now we have Makwe.
Yeah.
What really inspired us? And then immediately after you released it, I saw that you backed it with a dance challenge.
Yes,
what was the motive? Like, now it looks like it's a craze.
I'm not a dancer like that, but I feel like right now, you know, the new vibe is basically on TikTok and trying to interact with most of the fans, because most of the fans are now on TikTok now. So, and most of them are like around, 13 to 24 or 25, so the youth. So you just need to, you know, join the club. So I just did that. I mean, I feel like it was good I did, because I didn't know I could really dance like that, even though I used to dance.
You nailed it.
I used to dance before, but I did now. If you tell me to dance, I'll look at you. But I'm actually glad that I actually came up with the dance challenge. Shout out to Ziggy for coming up with the whole routine, and also shout out to Asantua for also being my ride or die. And yeah, Makwe is just doing great. But for now, I mean, it will take time because it's a new vibe from Sistafia. People are used to the Are You Ready, the Kokono, the Wedders, and the Judges and the Slay Queens. But this is a whole different vibe. There's the new songs, new tunes, new vibes that I'm bringing into the industry. So yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear the rest.
Great. So we cannot talk about promoting a song on TikTok without bringing the much talked about whether TikTok influencers, if they push the song before it becomes big, or even without promoting it on TikTok, it will still survive. So what is your take personally?
Well, my take is people are really going to TikTok right now, right? I mean, they have a point, but you can also do your own promo without TikTok. But how should I even say it? Before, I would have said that it's not really necessary for you to bring influencers from TikTok to do it. But right now, that's what's going on. That's the issue. People are opening their TikTok accounts on their phone every time. So as a musician, you need to just target all these connects and just try and promote your songs in the right way. If that's what they're saying, I don't blame them. Yeah.
So we should give their flowers to them.
Yeah. They've gotten so much attention from people to come on TikTok. So why not?
Now I know you sing. We love your voice, what you're doing amazing for yourself. Yes. Because sometimes we always talk about women promoting. If you mention top Ghanaian musician, female, we cannot complete the list without mentioning it. And not because you are seated here. You've worked for it.
Thank you.
Do you have any hidden talent apart from music? So let's say if you were not doing the nursing, you didn't sing, what would
we have one of the biggest catering companies in Ghana. Because my second favorite thing that I do apart from music is cooking.
Okay.
So why not? I think cooking would have been my next.
What meal can you slay? Like I know my jollof is good. Like nobody can compete with me. So when we talk about food,
really?
you should taste my jollof. Like I don't want to brag.
But don't let us argue. I beg you.
So what meal would you say you would kill it anytime? What's your signature?
My signature is basically not Ghanaian food. I mean, foreign food. I can cook a whole lot of good food. I mean, I can cook all the Ghanaian dishes all right, but I feel like, or should I, because you're in Ghana, I should say Ghana.
You decide. Anything that you
anything. Honestly, I don't have a favorite. I can cook everything. Fufu, ampesi, jollof, white cheese, spaghetti, everything. Yeah, it goes on and on.
I know you have some inspiration, some veteran artists that maybe you wish to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Can you give us some of them?
Yeah, Akosia Japan, my forever favorite. I mean, she's one of the few people that actually put me on stage when I came in the industry, and she's actually played that role. So of course, I can't wait to actually have a dance routine with Akosia Japan.
I can just imagine the collab, because I know your flow, your vibe, and Akosia.
Yes. Oh, it will be great. It will be so good.
I just hope, fingers crossed, I just hope and pray that collab really comes. So Akosia, any other veteran?
No, I think
not
Akosia
for now. Akosia. Yeah. Okay, great. Now back to veteran musicians. It's not even like artists. Okay. Hear stories where someone will come out, I need help and all that. Some people word on the street, they wonder, the time that you were working, didn't you save and all that? When you hear such stories, do you think that it's the industry which is not favorable, or do you think that maybe they didn't put things in plans? When you hear that, how do you feel?
I mean, I don't blame anybody for their downfall. Sometimes it is what it is, you know. I mean, I wouldn't know the right answer to give you, because I've not actually thought of this ever in my life. I mean, I've just read things on social media, but I don't really take them personally. So I don't know how I'm actually going to answer that. But in a way, I feel like life is life. Life can hit anybody. It doesn't matter if you're an actress, a musician, a president, anybody can actually go broke one day. So I'm sure they are not the only ones. I'm sure people from other countries who have been, billionaires are now poor or on the streets. So it's not a big deal. I feel like life is taking its part and doing what it has to do.
So when we hear such stories like that, we also try to better our lives, put things in place, because of course they did not dream that they wanted to be in
so
such
now
position.
We have to always be aware. Now actually it's made a lot of artists like, you know what, I have to put some stuff together.
So that's it. What is this?
Yes? Oh. Your Excellency.
that will all be upstanding. Opening prayer, Your Excellency, the practice here would have been to delegate a few chiefs to come and welcome you, but looking at how crowded the place is, and I'm also informed that time is not on your side, so the welcome will be in my welcome address. So we invite the Registrar of Kumbuna to lead us in a short prayer. Thank you.
This is the collateral president of Ghana, West Sudan. As I might solid behind you.
Shall we be in the mood of prayer? In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the beneficent, we pray to you that today members of this house have gathered to meet His Excellency the President of the Republic. We commit the meeting into your hands, and we pray that the meeting will be successful at the end of the day. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you very much. We go straight to introduction of members of the National House of Chiefs to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. And so, Registrar, and after that, I'll go straight to deliver my welcome address. The Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources says whatever he wants to say. The President is competent and has everything to say, so he will not speak. So from me, we will listen to the address by His Excellency the President of the Republic, and then the open forum will not come on. We will have closed door meeting, and at that point we will ask all the press to go out and request Nananum also to close their mobile phones. We don't want anybody to record anything when we are doing the closed door meeting. Thank you. So the introduction.
Respectfully, Your Excellency, I want to introduce members of the National House of Chiefs who are present here. We will start from my immediate right. We have Kumbuna Iri II, Kumbuna. We have Dasebre Osebonsu II, Mampohine. We have Nana Ansa Eduba, Yamfohine. We have Nini Sekete II, Kono of Menya Krobo. We have Defiama Na Dikwangwini Domalai, Defiama Na. We have Piman Pemya Cabrese, the fifth Yejihine. We have Nana Ifa Apenten, Bompata Hene. We have Togwe Bobolulu. We have Togwe Anoma Aveno. We have Osia Diaye Akunfi Amiao Techimahen. We have Oje Man Dudu Ampem the second Nsoko Hene. We have Berima Safo Kinebo Akodia Kumawu Hene. We have Nana Fosudia Bo Akoto Bechem Hene. We have Nana Osenya Akon the second Busugwa Hene. We have Nana Kongura Tingrugi the first Kongura. We have Bako Ninaba Heluna Nasinbon La the third Bako Ninaba. We have Pio Rana Kogo Mamra Banswa the second. We have Nana Tidi Kro Kone Odamba the third.
Be on your feet, please. That's right.
We have Nana Obrimpong Kenya the second. Bejamanse. We have Namona Dana Daniel Bugri Nabu the second. Namona. We have Nana Obombo Segura Lipora the third. We have Kusogura Kungraga the first Kusogura. And we have Katache Bumangoma. You also my hand. And we have Okucha So Kantamanto Orai Ajekum. The second Achem Bosome my hand. Nana sorry. We have Sagnali Na Yakubu and Dane. We have Nana Sedu Lana, and we have Naga, that is from Naga, Bongu traditional area. Naga Naba. We have Nabiopio from, and we have Nagodi Naba. We have Nana Brekum Hene. We have Nana Trano Hene. We have Nana Kumawu Hene. Sorry, not Kwawumai Hene.
Have you forgotten their names? Have you names on the list?
No, because of time factor. Nana Kwawumai Hene, that is Dasebre Akwamwa Japan the second. Brahman Esian Mahine, or therefore Afankwa the third. We have Nana Osiadeye Kwesikenen the fourth, Etimukwa Central Region. We have Osade Fokwame Akonu the 10th. Enyai Abasa Mahine. We have Nana Kwame Mponsa the second, Awaso Mahine. We have Nana Nsoko, Nana Abase Mahine. We have Nana Basa in the Bro East. I can't see those. We have Nana Tapa in the T region. Before Nana Tapa, Nana, please, I can't see you properly. Yes. Sorry, Nana name here, that is your day before Nana Tapa. We have Nana Ntotoso, my. We have Nana Kenyase, number 1, my. We have Nana Japekrum. We have
Go there.
Kulobra. Yeah. Hello. we have Bakpagba Adam Nantongba, and we have Kolo Kuli Bukti Lima the fourth, Guru Kulu. We have the Asebre Kebu, and we see the seventh, Abiazet Domnase. We have Naba Azikri Abu Grago Asoka the second, Boko Naba. We have Okotre Dom Seti Akon the second, Double Mahine. We have Adebo Anemel the sixth, Osudoku, and Na Dauda Yamia Toka the second. Tunjurana Bopewura Jinapo the second. Bopewura. We have the Tundini Ediali Ayijitam the third. Tanapio Osajefo Ajamambadu the second. Domahene. Ana Mpra Bisimuna the third. Krachiura. Or therefore Amwakwabuadu the eighth. Bremai Esikuma Mahine Osajefo Amuatia Oforipenin Oche Mahine. And we have Na Power Cabo the third, the Vice President of National House of Chiefs, that is Lola Na, and our President Ojiaho Yajebi the second, Sehi Anyaso Mainhen, and President of the National House of Chiefs.
Welcome, Your Excellency.
And Tebri, the Registrar of the National House of Chiefs. And my staffs are here with me.
Honorable Minister, if you wish to make a few, okay. Introduction. I've already acknowledged the presence of the chairman of a mineral, the chairman of Forestry Commission, the CEOs of Minerals Commission and the Forestry Commission, and of course, members of the Forestry Commission, Minerals Commission, and Executive Director of Office of Administrator of Stool Lands. You are welcome. After delivering my welcome address, we will allow His Excellency the President also to respond, and then we'll go into closed session, just as I said. And when we go to closed session, I will make a few remarks again, and then I will nominate 5 of us also to make some comments, and finally we will all listen to His Excellency for his comments on the issues that we will raise in the comments. I understand after delivering my speech, before His Excellency delivers his speech, there will be a documentary on Galamsey. And that one, Nanan will watch, everybody here will be allowed to stay in, but then after that, you all go out. I mean, please, when you go out, you don't want you to stay in the foyer, because that is part of the chambers. So when we say out, out, you go down. I hope you appreciate that. Thank you. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, my Vice President of the National House of Chiefs, Na Poweli Cabo III, Laura Na, Your Royal Majesties, Nanano, Ministers of State present, His Lordship Justice Obindi Awuo, Registrar and staff, friends from the media, members of the security agencies, and the clergy present. Let me use this platform to express my profound gratitude to Nananum for attending this important second general meeting of the House in spite of the short notice. This meeting was originally scheduled for next week, However, His Excellency the President requested me to invite you to this meeting today. Therefore, any inconveniences caused as a result of the change in date are deeply regretted. Your Excellency, on behalf of the members of the National House of Chiefs, we congratulate you on your recent appearance at the 77th session of the United Nations Conference held in New York. Mr. President, Nananom would like to associate ourselves with your profound statement at the United Nations General Assembly to the effect that every bullet or bomb fired in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war directly affects the pocket of Africans, in other words, African economy. Indeed, Nananom are very much concerned about the negative effects of the war on African economies. Nananom would like to call on Russia and Ukraine, and indeed the civilized world, to cease fire and instead adopt the use of diplomatic procedures to settle their differences. Moreover, Nananom expressed our appreciation to you for successfully representing the chiefs and people of Ghana on Monday, 19 September 2022 at the burial ceremony of the late Queen Elizabeth of England, the late Queen Elizabeth II. Mr. President, in May 2022, the Honorable Minister for Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, met with members of the House and the National Queen Mothers Association of Ghana here to discuss the National Energy Transition Plan, where the government of Ghana is trying to achieve net zero emission of fossil fuel and other toxic substances released into the atmosphere that gradually destroy the ozone layer. Indeed, Nananom are solidly behind your government in taking pragmatic measures to successfully transit from the burning of fossil fuel to the use of renewable and cleaner energy. Mr. President, your relentless war waged against forest degradation and illegal mining in Ghana is of great importance to Ghanaians, especially we the chiefs. The effects of illegal mining on the environment threaten the survival of water bodies, farmlands, the cocoa industries, and even encourages school dropouts, as well as undermines the revenue mobilization drive of the country. In view of these developments, Nananom are solidly behind your administration to apply the appropriate sanctions against persons who are engaged in the practice of illegal mining, irrespective of their status. Mr. President, the Ghanaian public is well aware your government has commenced formal engagements with the IMF, International Monetary Fund, to secure an economic recovery program for the country in the midst of the current economic challenges. Nananom would like to urge the Ghana side of the negotiation team to maximize all their economic competencies and technical know-how to secure a good deal to boost investor confidence in the economy for its improvement. Nananom would like to appeal to the government of Ghana using this medium through our SETA ministry for the recruitment of staff, especially the non-professional class, to whose services are urgently required, particularly in the judicial sectors and the records department of the national and regional houses of chiefs, including the traditional councils. Furthermore, the National House of Chiefs is also appealing to the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufu-Dampare, the Ministers of National Security and Interior, to try as much as possible to check the crime rate in Ghana in recent times, including the gruesome murder of the late Georgina Asobokwe at Mankesim, as well as the murdering of private security men in the Wa municipality in the Upper West region. Indeed, we are very happy that your Minister for Interior has made a definite statement about the chieftaincy dispute in the Upper East region. That is Boko. We urgently appeal to your government to pay Nananom's outstanding quarterly allowances. We also demand economic sitting and traveling allowances to reflect present-day economic conditions. Mr. President, on behalf of Nananom, you are gladly welcome to Kumasi into the House. Thank you very much. So, very good.
He's coming up. I thought they said we were going to play the...
Oh, I thought, no, they are showing the video first, right?
Minister,
no, it's okay, okay.
The president. Yeah, very nice.
The President of the National House of Chiefs, the Vice President, and distinguished members of the National House of Chiefs, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Senior Advisor to the President, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, and Member of Parliament for Damango, the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization, and Rural Development and Member of Parliament for Okre, the Metropolitan Chief Executive for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, members of the media. The President of the House, when I was greeting him, told me he thought that I would be in Kente to come and address the National House of Chiefs today. But I told him that there was no Kente of mine that could match up to the Kente of the members of the National House. So I thought it would be safer to be in a suit.
Before you leave.
I'm grateful to the President of the National House of Chiefs, the forward-thinking Omahini of Sefianriaso Ojiahoho Yaojebi II, for so readily agreeing to my respectful request to meet with you this morning. And I'm further grateful that at such relatively short notice, so many of you, our distinguished traditional rulers from the various parts of our nation, have found it possible to be here this morning to meet with you, to meet with me. I asked for this meeting because I want to speak to you about a matter of great national importance, and that is this vexed issue of Galamsey. The President and members of the National House of Chiefs, you have been for centuries the custodians and owners of the lands of our nation. Today, between you and I, as the President of the Republic, we are responsible for the management of all lands in Ghana. Indeed, 80% of the lands in this country continue to be under your custody, much of it having been acquired through the blood and sacrifices of your ancestors. The remainder of 20%, which I hold in trust for the people of Ghana, derives from state acquisition from you. What this means is that ultimately, the welfare of the state of the lands is our joint responsibility. Historically, we discharge that responsibility well. even though for centuries we have been a mining nation, mining did not pose a threat to the health of our environment and water bodies. The rules that you put in place for mining ensure that the sanctity of our lands remained intact and our water bodies remained unpolluted. Tragically, in the modern era, that is no longer the case. And that is why I've come to you today to talk about how together we can repair this dramatic situation. Since I took office on 7th January 2017, nearly 6 years ago, I have made it a central feature of my presidency to lead in the efforts to rid our country of this madness, which we all now call galamsey. Indeed, it was an important aspect of my inaugural address of that day. It has not been easy, it has not been popular, and we have not got the immediate results that I was looking for. Indeed, in the last elections of 2020, my stance on the issue cost my party and I significant losses in the mining communities. It turned out that my statement that I was putting my presidency on the line in the fight against galamsey was neither bombast nor recklessness. It was the simple truth. We have tried many initiatives, including that of the community mining scheme and the establishment of a new legal regime for dealing with the perpetrators of this phenomenon, which has imposed severe sanctions on those Ghanaians and foreigners convicted of illegal mining. Still, we have not won the fight. It is obvious that if we are to win the fight, you and I have to take the lead to collaborate closely to do so. And that is why I'm here today. After our meeting, I'll also be meeting with the other half of local government, the metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives in the 90 metropolitan, municipal, and district areas across the country where mining activities take place, to seek their active collaboration too. There are many requests I intend to make of you in the closed-door session of our meeting. But one of the most significant, which I have to state now, is to seek your assistance to take partisan political interests out of the fight against galamsey. It can only succeed if it is a truly national battle, which no one seeks to exploit for political gain, as we saw in the last election. The progress of our country depends on all of us, all citizens of Ghana, all fellow Ghanaians, pulling together to defeat this existential threat to our future. I've said it before, we are not against mining, but we cannot accept mining in a manner that risks destroying our country. Our nation has always been a mining nation. Indeed, in the 15th century, when the first Europeans, the Portuguese, came to our shores, they called the first European-influenced town Elmina, meaning the mine in Portuguese, because from their ships, as they approached our shores, that is the activity they saw our people engaged in. It is not surprising that in colonial times we were called the Gold Coast. I ask all of you to join hands with me in the fight against illegal mining in order to bring an end to the devastation of our landscape and the pollution of our water bodies. We have to win that fight to keep our environment clean and protect our heritage for our descendants, as you did so well in the past. I'd like, therefore, to conclude these introductory remarks and ask the media to excuse us, to play you a short video to indicate the nature of the problem.
After the video.
This is the state of our land and water bodies. Our environment. We did this. Decades of impunity and disregard for the law have resulted in this. The war against illegal mining has been fought and lost since the 1970s. And we all must take the fall for it. As a people, our lack of collective commitment has been a bane to the fight against illegal mining. For decades, successive governments' efforts have been thwarted by the very people expected to be at the forefront of the fight. The destruction to our water bodies and degradation of our land did not start today or recent years. Galamsey has remained prevalent, with efforts devoted to countering the practice hampered by several key factors. River and Cobra, Brim, Offing, Bia, Bonsa, Tano, hitherto surrounded by green and rich forest, flowed clean and pure. It was the pride of the people who lived on clean drinking water from these sources. All the crops, water bodies and precious minerals in our land stayed peacefully together in a delicate balance. But today, the collective pride and dignity can no more be boasted of. The rich farmlands and clean water bodies have largely been destroyed. Illegal gold mining devastates the environment, causing deforestation, biodiversity and habitat loss, as well as water, air and soil pollution through the release of toxic chemicals. A habit that successive national leaderships have cautioned, impressed upon and fought to stop the few out of the larger population for the good of us all now. Our children and their children's children have yielded little. For decades, a section of us have continuously participated in the degradation of the land we all depend on and will depend on for a lifetime. The ongoing prevalence of galamsey could threaten Ghana's agricultural production, increase the risk of social unrest, and heighten the potential for ethnic tensions between the influx of Chinese workers into Ghana and the local populace. We may sit in our homes thinking this does not affect us, our family, or immediate environment. What we may not know is that the activities of a few illegal miners in the Etiwa forest or along the banks of the Brim River expose all of us to serious health and environmental risks. So, it is on us, the politicians, traditional authorities, religious leaders, business leaders, and citizens who have aided or guarded the vices of Galamsey through decades to end it all and restore hope for future generations and dignity for this generation. The effects of Galamsey go beyond deforestation and water pollution.
All of you can see the level of devastation. It should baffle all of us as citizens, as policymakers, and as stakeholders in this fight, how an operation like this in the heart of the forest and in the faraway areas of our country can go on without notice by police, the chiefs, the local political leadership, assembly people, the district chief executive, for example, and I should dare say even the Inspectorate Division of the Minerals Commission here. The point we keep making about the fight against illegal mining being a collective one, I think this is a classic evidence of that call that it will require the concerted effort of all of us. It cannot be the fight for government alone or for ministers alone. It has to be the fight for all of us, citizens and all the actors in the body politic of Ghana.
The situation is dire, and if we continue to look on as a people, we may wake up one day with no water to drink, no land to farm, and no natural resources to boast of. It is time to come together in loyalty to our motherland, Ghana, devoid of political, religious, and tribal affiliations, to fight this canker.
We cannot look on as our very existence as a country is put in jeopardy and our water bodies, forests, and landmass are destroyed. Even with the ban, it has been a never-ending battle with the Galamseyans.
Collective action is required. Stop Galamsey. Let's save our environment. Our environment. We did this. Decades of impunity and disregard for the law have resulted in this. The war against illegal mining has been fought and lost since the 1970s.
Nana President and members of the National House of Fees, I thank you for your attention, and I'll ask the media at this stage to excuse us as we go into closed session. Thank you.
Press, but no, please wait. We have a small presentation to make. His Excellency made a comment that when he came, I was expecting him to wear cloth. Or your hine, or your dish here, no urban and non higher. That's what I was expecting. It doesn't mean he doesn't have the cloth, but now that he's with us, Nana Bompata, please come forward. We have one piece of kente cloth. They say security people have seized our kente cloth. Who is holding the cloth? Yo, Nana Bompata, move to His Excellency and do the presentation on our behalf. Accepting this token from us. And Nana Bompata in your group, thank you very much for doing the presentation. So, the media, the press, please leave the hall and including the foyer. Do you want us to walk you out?
I'm seated with the Queen Solomon of Ghana music industry, Sister Efia. She is considered one of Ghana's most versatile female artists. Just give her any genre and she's going to slay it. She's got a number of several hit songs to her credit. This is Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV and I am Paula Amabruni. When we get back from this break, we get personal. You're welcome back from that quick break. I'm seated with Sister Efia, Queen Solomon. You're looking good.
Thank you, thank you.
I finally have you in my seat.
Finally.
Finally. Great. Now, Sister Sophia, as I introduced you, you've got a number of hit songs to your credit.
Try.
From the days of JJ to Champion Atta.
Oh, wow.
A lot.
A whole lot.
Weather, the latest Aswading, which was on an anthem, and then Makwe.
Yeah.
Would you say that Ghanaians have given you your flowers when it comes to the kind of songs that you've given us?
Of course. I mean, they have in a way, and I feel very grateful because there's not a lot of female artists that has been able to pass through this. This whole years. I've been in this game for almost 7 years, and I've been able to, showcase what I can do. And I'm really happy. I just did it. I just came to Ghana to have fun with music, and now it's a business. So, the Ghanaian people are dear, no doubt. They've been very, very supportive, and I can't deny that.
So you talk about you just came to Ghana to have fun. So
yes,
what was Sister Fia doing before she finally decided?
Well, I was a registered nurse in Reading. Hospital. Well, not for a whole term. I did like a few months, and then I came because I was having so much racism. I'm a workplace. I was not really excited to work. So when I finally met Kate through my former boss, Aaron, in London, and he just loved my talent. And then the next minute he was like, "Oh, I need to record a song." I recorded Kokrono, and then he was like, "Oh, come to Ghana and shoot the video." When I came and shot the video, the song was actually popping already, and I was like, "What?" And I felt like actually I'm doing something with my music career.
So it just came by chance, and you grabbed it. And
yeah,
then
I just grabbed it.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Great.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you've been in the industry for 7 years.
Yes.
I know musicians sometimes they set goals for themselves.
Yes.
Would you say that you've accomplished that goal? Do you feel fulfilled, or there's more to do?
Of course, music is not just something you just feel like. Even the biggest artists that I know, Beyonce, it keeps still working. You just need to do it. I'm not fulfilled yet. I feel like there's more to me that I can deliver. My next EP will tell you guys what I mean by now, because I feel like the types of songs I wanted to do before, this is the era for it. So I'm about to give you guys everything. So Charlie, you for wait.
You should wait.
Yes.
We're on standby.
Yeah.
We hadn't even finished absorbing Aswaden, the one with you. It was an anthem.
Yes.
People so bored could hear the anthem. They just pull it up Aswaden. It was a big deal. One of my favorites too from you. Now we have Makwe.
Yeah.
What really inspired us? And then immediately after you released it, I saw that you backed it with a dance challenge.
Yes.
What was the motive? Like, now it looks like it's a craze.
I'm not a dancer like that, but I feel like right now, the new vibe is basically on TikTok and trying to interact with most of the fans, because most of the fans are now on TikTok now. So, and most of them are like around 13 to 24 or 25, so the youth. So you just need to join the club. So I just did that. I felt like it was good I did, because I didn't know I could really dance like that, even though I used to dance.
Nailed it.
I used to dance before, but I did now. If you tell me to dance, I'll look at you. But I'm actually glad that I actually came up with the dance challenge. Shout out to Ziggy for coming out with the whole routine, and also shout out to Asantua for also being my ride or die. And Makwe is just doing great, but for now, it will take time, because it's a new vibe from this. People are used to the "Are you ready?" the Kokono, the weddings, and the judges and the slay queens. But this is a whole different vibe. This is the new songs, new tunes, new vibes that I'm bringing into the industry. So yeah, I can't wait. For you guys to hear the rest.
Great. So we cannot talk about promoting a song on TikTok without bringing the much talked about whether TikTok influencers, if they push the song before it becomes big, or even without promoting it on TikTok, it will still survive. So what is your take personally?
Well, my take is people are really going to TikTok right now, right? I mean, they have a point, but you can also do your own promo without TikTok. But how should I even say it? Before, I would have said that. It's not really necessary for you to bring influencers from TikTok to do it. But right now, that's what's going on. That's the issue. People are opening their TikTok accounts on their phone every time. So as a musician, you need to just target all the connects and just try and promote your songs in the right way. If that's what they're saying, I don't blame them. Yeah.
So we should give their flowers to them.
Yeah. They've gotten so much attention from people to come on TikTok. So why not?
Now I know you sing. We love your voice, what you do, and you're doing amazing for yourself.
Yes.
Because sometimes we always talk about women promoting. If you mention top Ghanaian musician, female, we cannot complete the list without mentioning it. And not because you are seated here. You've worked for it.
Thank you.
Do you have any hidden talent apart from music? So let's say if you were not doing the nursing, you didn't sing, what would Sister Fia, what
we have one of the biggest catering companies in Ghana. Because my second favorite thing that I do apart from music is cooking.
Okay.
So why not? I think cooking would have been my next.
What meal can you slay? Like I think I know my jollof is good. Like nobody can compete with me. So when we talk about food,
really?
Sister Fia, you should taste my jollof. Like I don't want to brag.
Okay, don't let us argue. I beg you.
So what meal would you say you would kill it anytime? What's your signature?
My signature is basically non-Ghanaian food. I mean, foreign food. I can cook a whole lot of good food. I mean, I can cook all the Ghanaian dishes all right, but I feel like, or should I, because you're in Ghana, I should say Ghana.
You decide. Anything that you know.
Anything. Honestly, I don't have a favorite. I can cook everything. Fufu, ampesi, jollof, white cheese, spaghetti, everything. Yeah, it goes on and on.
I know you have some inspiration, some veteran artists that maybe you wish to collaborate with. Can you give us some of them?
Yeah, Akosua Japan, my forever favorite. I mean, she's one of the few people that actually put me on stage when I came in the industry, and she's actually played that role. So of course, I can't wait to actually have a dance routine with Akosua Japan.
I can just imagine the collab because I know your flow, your vibe, and Akosua.
Yes. Oh, it will be great. It will be so good.
I just hope, fingers crossed, I just hope and pray that collab really comes. So Akosua, any other veteran?
No, I think
not
Akosua
for now. Akosua. Yeah. Okay, great. Now back to veteran musicians. It's not even like artists. Okay. There's stories where someone will come out, I need help and all that. Some people word on the street, they wonder, the time that you were working, didn't you save and all that? When you hear such stories, do you think that it's the industry which is not favorable, or do you think that maybe they didn't put things in plans? When you hear that, how do you feel?
I mean, I don't blame anybody for their downfall. Sometimes it is what it is, you know. I mean, I wouldn't know the right answer to give you because I've not actually thought of this ever in my life. I mean, I've just read things on social media, but I don't really take them personally. So I don't know how I'm actually going to answer that. But in a way, I feel like life is life. Life can hit anybody. It doesn't matter if you're an actress, a musician, a president, anybody can actually go broke one day. So I'm sure they're not the only ones. I'm sure people from other countries who have been, billionaires are now poor or on the streets. So it's not a big deal. I feel like life is taking its part and doing what it has to do.
So when we hear such stories like that, we also try to better our lives, put things in place, because of course they did not dream that they wanted to be in
so
that
now
position.
We have to always be aware. Now actually it's made a lot of artists like, you know what, I have to put some stuff together.
So that's it. What is Sister Fia's plan? Like, what are you putting in place to avert all this things?
Mid-year, I can't tell you.
Oh, Sister Fia.
I can't tell you
because usually sometimes when people see celebrities, they're like, okay, some celebrity wears something expensive. Is it just music and all that? Sometimes people don't know that you have businesses.
I have side businesses, so I feel like I can't say because I'm actually putting a whole lot of things together. The reason why I've not even had kids yet is because I need to plan my life, and which I'm doing. I've told myself at a certain age I'm going to start having kids, which is not yet there. But right now, it's like something that in the back of my mind, I need to put this in place before any of my kids come out. So that's what I'm doing.
It's a plan. You're planning for the future.
I'm planning for my future.
Great. Now, housewife or Miss Independent?
Housewives.
I like how you say it. Why housewife?
Independent is overrated, man. I need someone to take care of me, baby.
That's the thing. When a woman says they want someone to, not like you don't work for,
yeah, I do work, of course, yeah.
But then you go for the.
I'll go for yeah.
No housewife of Ghana.
Honestly, to firing my nose, baby. Can I get some money?
Okay, great. I'm seated with Sister Fia, one of my favorite female musicians in the industry. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we get talking. You're watching Talkatainment on GhanaWeb TV with me, Paula Amabroni. I'm seated with Queen Solomon, Sister Fia. I like how you mentioned your name in the intro of the song. Yeah.
It was corny from the start, but I feel like it's just it's stuck now.
I love it. I love it. Now, female celebrities, we make news, one for the job that you do and others to sometimes controversies.
Yes.
Why do you think that Ghanaians, fans, social medias have not accepted that a woman can decide whatever she wants to do with her body? Recently, Nana Brown talked about, the fact that, you know, sometimes when you age, you please, if you got the money, you do whatever you want to do. Why is it that when a woman in Ghana, maybe a female personality, enhance their body, go under the knife, then it's like a big news, everybody talking about it? Why haven't we accepted it? Because people outside, Hollywood, whatever, Cardi, whoever, and then there's no news. But when it comes to Ghana, it's like they bash and then they insult. They don't really understand.
I mean, Ghanaians are Ghanaians. It's hard for people to relate to Ghanaians, you know. I mean, it takes time for Ghanaians to accept anything, actually. I mean, if you ask me. And when you're talking about this whole body change and everything, listen, a woman can go to a hospital. I used to work in a hospital. You can go and take fibers out, right? So why can't you go and take fat out? It's the same thing. I mean, I feel like there's nothing wrong with whatever anybody wants to do with their body. But if you want to go under the knife, it's nothing, basically. It's like you go into the hospital. Hey, I have fibers. I want to take it out. It's the same thing. You want to also take out your fat and put it wherever you want to put it. Fibers, they take it out. It's the same thing. Like, it's the same operation, so just do whatever you have to do with your body. I mean, I'm not against anything. Listen, it's your life, baby. It's your life. For Ghanaians, it will take time.
So what is like the worst rumor you've heard about yourself and go like, hey, really me? I really did that?
The rumors that there are plenty. They said a whole lot of things, actually. They said my boyfriend was Kelvin Boy. They said my boyfriend was Shatawale. They said a whole lot of stuff. I mean, a whole lot.
But it wasn't true.
Of course it's not. I mean, anybody that you see me around with, so if you see me with any other guy, in your mind, you might feel, oh, okay, they are close. Oh, then they might be, you know. It's the way we live in this country. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
So, Sister Fia, while interview, I really like to dig up and see what people are looking out for, what questions people ask, apart from enjoying your music.
Yes.
And one of the stories that I saw is that rumor that you had worked on your body. I just want to find out, has Sister Fia worked on it? If you want to comment about it, or you still...
No, I feel like it's too early for me to comment about that.
Too early.
I have my own biography coming out, and I want people to go check it out very soon. Everything, all the answers that people really want is actually going to be in there.
So we should keep our fingers crossed.
Keep your fingers crossed. It's going to be on my YouTube channel.
When is it going to be out?
I was thinking on my birthday, which is November, so hopefully around my birthday or 16th of November, either one of them.
Still in this year?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you ain't going to talk about the whole...
Everything is going to be in there. So so that it will be easier for you guys. It will be easier for everybody, including yourself. So just wait for it.
Great. Yeah. So one of my favorites is Jeje, the one you did with Shatawale.
Yeah. Oh,
great.
Yes.
Did you actually kiss in that video?
No, we did not. I think that was how the whole thing sparked. I mean, it was through the Jeje video that the whole rumor of me and Shatta being together came out, but it was never through. Shatta's like my godfather, somebody who I call for advice, somebody I call and I tell my mind, he tell my mind. It was like we have that vibe. So when you see Shatta Ryder doing that with me, I don't blame you guys to think that way. I mean,
so there was no kiss like how we saw in the video.
No, never a kiss in that video. No.
Great. Shatawale is one person who is outspoken.
Very.
Everybody is a one don. He will just
Yes.
say his mind and just
Yes,
go.
yes.
He's had some people, friends, people who've worked with, people who were one time in his camp come up to levels, several allegations against him. You have worked with him. He's a friend, as you said. You sometimes place a call to him.
Oh yeah.
How would you describe Shatawale, one don? How would you describe him? And have you suffered that with the whole thing that friends are coming to, like, okay, maybe sometimes he uses them as a whole application, but you have a personal relationship with him.
Of course.
If you're going to put in a word for Shatawale, how would you describe him?
One of the smartest guys ever. I mean, Shat is one of the smartest guys. I mean, that's the one word I can use to describe him. He's so loving. He's so sweet. He's funny. He's just somebody that when he comes in the room, the whole room's, I mean, lights just sparks out, and the real energies of people would actually come out in light because Shat is in the building. He's a very free-spirited person, and that's what I like about him.
So you appreciate the support and not be like join the bad wagon who kill.
Why will I join the bad wagon? The bad wagons have never held me. He did, so I will stick with him.
Shout out to Wandon Shatawale. We're gonna stick with him. Great. Now, when it comes to showbiz, the industry, a lot of people say, "Oh, celebrities they live a fake life.
Yes.
Celebrities they take this just to make believe and all that." Are celebrities living a fake life, or we don't really understand how you guys operate?
Everybody is living a fake life, including the celebrities, even the normal people in the street. I'm not sure. I mean, celebrity is something that you're in the public life. Even if you don't have money, you have to hustle and make money because everybody's actually looking at you.
Yeah.
So I feel like fake life there, everybody live. And then meet me a fake shoe, or she also meet me a fake shoe. Meet me a wig and they wear 500 cedis. You can wear a wig that's 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 Ghana cedis.
That's a wig, yeah. Me who said
so it's any day or be the officer how real or fake it is to you, just do it. Yeah, I don't believe in those things. I feel like everybody's fake.
Okay. Now back to the industry, especially because I'm a woman. Sometimes I see the targets. A woman makes it big and then they want to link it to a man, a sponsor and all that. A woman wants to wear what she wants to wear. Recently, I follow you on Instagram. One time the bikini shoot, the hot one that you gave us, it was something that a lot of people talked about. Oh, it's indecent, but it's a shoot. It's a bikini shoot.
It was at the beach.
Great. So with such things, with people telling celebrities, female ones especially, we are the target, how to live. How do you think? How does he? Or you just ignore?
I do now. I feel like there's nothing that can come. I mean, I'm just a tough girl right now. I mean, it takes a lot for it to get under my skin. I mean, you do whatever you want to do. People will talk whatever they want to talk. It is life. Life goes on. Live your life. Protect yourself. Make sure God is actually doing good in your life. And just move on. People are going to talk either way. So just don't pay attention to those things if you ask me. I'm just a free-spirited person.
Same as your female celebrities, you didn't really...
No.
You know.
I mean, everybody, I support everybody from afar. I mean, everybody's doing great. We got great chemistry. Me and most of the female artists. So, I can't speak for them, but I can say that I don't care. I just don't care what anybody has to say.
Great. So, should we expect a collab with any of our female artists sometime soon?
I think I'm the only female who has worked with most of the female artists.
I love the one you did with
Frida, Fia, Eno.
Yeah.
I mean a whole lot of girls. Ishon, Felinuna, Sefa. I mean, I think I'm trying my best.
Great. So if you were the musical president, what change would you bring? Because I know a lot of people saying that, okay, leader. Let's say you were handling that, because I know it's a union.
I'll talk to Nana Akufo-Addo to give us a national cathedral to do something for the music industry.
More of a theater, so a concert.
Yes, a concert where we can actually go, because it was actually going to give money. God, dear, we get plenty churches for here. So,
okay,
make you use the national cathedral for us.
Okay, okay. So that's what Sister Fia will use the national, if you give her the opportunity. Great. Now, in the music industry, a lot of people love to keep their relationship very private, personal life out of it. Let's do music. Will Sister Fia ever make a relationship public?
Hey, it's been 7 years you guys have known me. You guys should know the answer now.
sometimes it might be that maybe it's there.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not the type of person that actually wants that side of my life to be out there. I feel like it's enough. What you guys have is okay. I mean, I have to protect something. You know, I have to protect my family, whoever is in my life, whoever is involved with me. I feel like that person needs to be safe, because in this part of this world, there's nothing safe here for him. So I'd rather keep him wherever he is, under the rag, under the sheets. Baby, we're good.
Ever open to dating maybe a colleague in the industry?
Oh no,
I'm not sure. That's not your type.
I'm not too sure, but I'm not sure anybody in the industry.
But what's your type? If I say, I know you've got
have a type. I don't have a type.
Sister,
only the type I have is, baby, you have to come looking okay, presentable. You need to be able to speak good English. You know, I'm taking you around the world, so yeah.
Someone to compliment you.
Of course.
That's not too
and
much
also
to
you have
ask
to come in, you know, fully loaded. I mean, this girl is not going to take care of herself.
I love that. Now, Adi, you talked about the fact that you've got something for the fans where you're going to keep exclusive about you and all that. Everything. Before we wrap up, any message for the fans and maybe something that we should look out for?
Well, I just want to say my new song is out, Makwe, available on all platforms, so kindly go download it. And also shout out to all my Slay Nation fans. You guys have been holding me down from the beginning of my career, and we're still going. Charlie, we go for Grammy, no, I beg. Okay, let's say BET. We go for BET first. So Ghanaians, Charlie, God bless you. Everybody that has been playing my song, streaming my song, the DJs, the MCs, everybody. Charlie, I don't know what to say. God bless you all for holding me down, and I'm sure I'm not going to disappoint you guys. I love you so much, and I can't risk that. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming, Sister Fia.
Thank you
very much. Great. So I did this with Sister Fia, one of my favorite female musicians in the country. She's got a whole lot of his songs to her credit. Do check out her music. There's a new one, Makwe. Do stream it. Check out the video. No, the video is not yet out, but then I've seen a couple of dance videos out there. Great. So this is Talkatainment with me, Paula Amabruni. We'll be back with the next episode. Thanks for watching.
The world has seen a lot of great players in the last decade and a couple of years back. But which player or a group of players made you to fall in love with football? Let me hear from you in the comment section and on this show as I interact with Ghanaians on this episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Base right here on GhanaWeb TV. Which player or a group of players made you to fall in love with football? Follow me as I get some interesting answers from Ghanaians today at Circle Lorry Station. You can also join the show with your comments in the comment section, but follow me and let's see the response from Ghanaians. This is GhanaWeb Sports Base right here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Joel Lichen. So today we are asking on this episode of the Sports Debate, which player or players made you to fall in love with football? We are Circle interacting with football fans. I'll start with my man right here, and then I'll find out from him which footballer or footballers made him to fall in love with football. Pacho mo kwa ba GhanaWeb TV so. Watch a great players be bring na why enama ukondo football.
Ni mondie mi be hu abedi pele yi ni ball bia ni hu ye no. Ti mi abedi pele mondie mi hu no say mi hwe ni ball anytime I me hwe blaster abedi wo mu mi hu awon kikan bi wo.
Iti abedi pele na ma woni je ball. And you beka say or retire you interest for ball aba from kaka.
For idea apart from maybe I retire na can still be appear mo na ma omunsumo energy kakra ba Omusu fi mu de sisi ade ehun ne ko.
Abedi Pele na.
Mi mo de se kan ne mi hu ya. Mi hu extraordinary ba Steven Apia onunsu mi hu an bra se bi woni mu ti se ne otumi chiche place ni amanu ba Abedi no de ni style of play ni se ne owo bo mu a ma chese akoma de akire na nu side ba e ba no ti se ne crowd press ye bra ye ho asini ni ama any team here there and dem use Steven Apia there ye nya ni so.
Okay, and Abedi Pele no o game bi o a bobo and then in day na okay pa.
Mi say Senegal 92 no.
92.
Oyenkonyama even match now miss here no enu na ma the rain fee up to date. Enu hunti ya to yenu ya hunse enu hunti na anya kwa anji cap.
All right, so he's going for Abedi Pele, 3 times African Footballer of the Year, the only Ghanaian to have won the award 3 times, and I think one of the first to win it 3 consecutive times. Abedi Pele is the footballer who made him to fall in love with football, but he also admires what Stephen Appiah also did in his career. I have another gentleman here. Let me find out from him. Footballer Ben Enema who called dog football.
Oh, Stephen Appiah.
Stephen Appiah. Normal Ben or your bow more nema winiji.
Stephen Appiah, you be a Tama or Blaster Mono, Tim no, and Body Bono, was so papa, and no dry a war football no there was so until my manage Stephen Appiah football.
Stephen Appiah. Alright, so it is Stephen Appiah for him, and then Abedi Pele. Let me also hear from you. Which footballers made you to fall in love with the sport? Let me hear from you in the comment section. My Mr. Pacho, team men are supporting.
Ghana I'm supporting.
Who support Asante Kotoko? And outside those who support Chelsea. Who support Chelsea? Mamindi can found by Ghana. Ghana Hano Kotoko no player bay and a man like Osha now or Nama or Kotoko pa.
Kotoko dem if support Kotoko I mean call me Miana. Okay, the betting as a betting me a member there. Na ye mati players baby bear man me who Opoku Ntinimu when they no more board members and I say for my 2 mudi. They almost want me do me the woman as a for now. Ukopa so ko hebon as for na in terms of bedroom no more Chasela most buy na say for me Ukopa ka to me say we no na Ukopa ka hu mo a na na obo ne pa hindua no nyina no yankofobia oba parka na eboa ma ko hebon na we leje.
Okay, now so you call outside also supporting Chelsea. Player Ben and a man who called Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. We support Chelsea there. Oh, me me Ghana ni. Be na Ghana player akobo Chelsea.
Ese.
Okay. Be ono no jina Chelsea. Me fe do ho. No ye djuma no a otumu se we ni age se no ho. And there were in terms of abrofonu mu na there were players baby and I say for me do me better players and I say for them time follow.
All right, so for Asante Kotoko, he started supporting the club as a young boy. But for Chelsea, it was the love of Michael Essien. That is why he is still a Chelsea fan. Watching Essien dictate play in the Chelsea midfield was something he loved to see. So that is why he is a Chelsea fan. Team men are supporting Liverpool. Who supporting Liverpool? Who supporting Liverpool? No, Eddie Fiebe saying.
Oh, I check more than 10 years.
More than 10 years.
No, I'm team support.
Yeah. Player Ben. And I was sharing with Liverpool. Or my condo team.
Oh, tell them I'm condo team because of what team no or Kwambe. So when I coach in Subano and Mama Kuma could team no more.
Okay, it says Steven Gerrard. No, I don't know how car on why. Am I
me carry any my way team Italy.
AC Milan.
AC Milan. How far so many years similar je cap no flow musem no. We manage more.
All right, he's a Liverpool fan, but he supports Liverpool because of his love for Steven Gerrard. He remembers the legendary captain for his role when Liverpool overturned a 3-0 scoreline to beat AC Milan in the UEFA Champions League final. Team men are supporting
Barcelona.
Who supporting Barca? Who says I was supporting Barca? No,
oh, more than 10 years.
More than 10 years. And we team no, with great players, baby. Player by and I will share now.
Messi.
Leo Messi. No, my Ben and a yana amount of doors. So
even your Bobo on Kwani in your chance, free kick better home. Obejina ho de eze ode to atena mu it was so good to me in Japan
in the Arana Leo Messi and making the senior debut in before 2005 now support Barca
now support Barca
now support Barca but Sabre no player by Iniesta all right, so you have a young man. He mentioned Lionel Messi and Andres Iniesta as the two players who made him fall in love with football club Barcelona. Which players also made you to fall in love with football and then your respective teams? Let me hear from you in the comment section. All right, so we are asking again. I have this driver here. I'm going to find out from him which player or players made him to fall in love with football. GhanaWeb TV. What's a great players the player bay and as a players bay and on more time on my we need J football.
Oh, me Ghana had Steve Apia Motam and Sulu Muntali. Okay. That time they can say ball on the ball. Every time I Ronaldo and it's Amaretu, I'm a ball and if you manage you ball and then so the other fans Messi so a year. The ball I'm a time the ball near great. It's almost free blast time, Mama. You need GDBA with him.
Okay, and Steve Napiamo and Sulemu, and then no more yes, so quite Emma, or Mama dog game, so quite and therefore into me.
What's this out? I'm a normal Bob big teams. I will be to I'm a bar, I'm home mine. And then players have on Saudi, Egypt, anyway. To I'm a bar, I'm Sikasamane. So almost if you appear on time, no. I'm do a man, a sewer bosso, and a bob on. As in the boys and about Scano would deny. Tell me, I say they're born a day. Last party, I made support to be.
So for Ghana, he fell in love with the Ghana national team and Ghana football in 2006 when Steven Tornado Apia was the captain of the Black Stars alongside the Asians, the Sule Muntaris. They made him to fall in love with Ghana football. After the exit, he hasn't really been a keen follower of Ghana football, and to him, those players, because they were playing for top clubs in Europe, Steven Apia was playing for Juventus, ACN was playing for Inter Milan. Those players, because of their quality, they were able to fight for the team and play with passion. That is why he loved watching those crop of players. But these ones are not really doing what their predecessors did, and that is why now he doesn't really follow Ghana football. Which footballers made you to fall in love with football? You've watched arguably great players. Today, that is what we are here to find out. I'm at Circle to interact with many football fans. I have two gentlemen here, so I'll start with this one. What's your footballers the brain? Ghana, any amount players bang and who fall in love with football. Mama go no so when you when you do so Henry Arsenal and then Henry into nema kondo so be he no
your man me kondo he say one obuade okay two over discipline okay nya obeye bia na committee foul ana bibia on kasa okay go o sekura na ese nye go a on anu ho obesan se go and your man me ni je e follow English Premiership okay and your man me share football okay e kan hu na man me di Chelsea echi. Okay. Because African stars and a war. Okay. And say Chelsea be ball now. Say me call a hawk ball. If you are with me, predict Chelsea win. Okay. But maybe I need Chelsea.
Okay. I will also support Chelsea. My team no Chelsea player bang and I'm out called boy say we supporting Chelsea.
Player no, they play Eto. Hey, Drogba. Michael Essien. Okay. And me support to Chelsea. Okay. Because African stars. Okay. Yes. Support to Chelsea. Okay. Support to Chelsea. Okay.
Alright, so first of all, it was Henry, Arsenal legend. Henry, he was the reason why he fell in love with football. But he's a Chelsea fan also because of the African contingent the club recruited in the 2004-5 season thereabouts. Michael Essien, Didier Drogba, Solomon Kalou, and all the African stars. They were the reason why he fell in love with Chelsea Football Club. But in general, it was Thierry Henry, Arsenal legend, later played for Barcelona and then in the French national team. He was the reason why he fell in love with the sport. Alright, footballer Ben Ama Okondo ball.
Leo Messi.
And then Messi ball a year ball my Okondo say o hebo.
Do onyabo like or relax my ball. Okay. And at the same time do or change name change also and grandma me Okondo ball.
Ronaldinho ama Okondo ball.
Ronaldinho do kakra bag. I say me show Messi dey na more than Ronaldinho there.
It's how can say Leo Messi e was so e ball mu chen
Ronaldinho
na mom ka say Ronaldo si ni ball na
Ronaldo dey ono osia also me ye dey wo me na wusia no me nyepe okay nti Ronaldo ntimi fa no compare Messi
it would Leo Messi na ma ko do
no apart from ono me nim player bia bio.
Alright, that's it. Footballer Ben I share na ma ko do ball Neymar and Neymar Emba 211 one way kono it 205 207 in now kon do ball
David
now kon
Neymar play bia like ojobo mo boy efe
okay
yeah me kwa me shabo me ni jipa so ebi kra na Neymar ni match a me shabo I did all match before as I go shabo you know Neymar play like me who so bobo me ni jipa me pebo pa.
Neymar is the one who made me to fall in love with football. How he creates excitement with his feet when handling the ball is one of the biggest attributes I look out for. And then now it's normally looking like if Neymar is not in a game, I don't like watching football. That's what this gentleman said. Let me find out from this one too. Footballer Ben Ama Okondo ball.
Cristiano
Ronaldo. And Ronaldo nyoma Ben or your ball more. What shy Ama Okondo na wedeje.
The same come Ronaldo as
like Obobo. Like what's no crampo now? I'm around no costume. Like I'm not pressing no. I'm not pressing no. Vim so no. I'm costume ball. But I didn't allow in the social no. About me at the can. I don't know how this so. I don't know where this one or ball in the ball. But me Ronaldo ball. What me as a best 3. No be. At the end of the day, Ronaldo best goal. No, so what's no cramp no like Obo says no. I will not about Matt Carnegie. Alright, so it's Cristiano Ronaldo for him. Ronaldo is the one who made him to fall in love with football. In this episode of the Sports Debate, that was what we asked Ghanaians, which players or a group of players made you to fall in love with football. Let me hear from you in the comment section with your response. It has been another exciting episode of the GhanaWeb Sports Debate right here on GhanaWeb TV. The name has always been Joel Eshen. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like, share, and then do enjoy the rest of our program. Until we meet again, it's bye for now.
for group, I'm swimming. I'm swimming. I'm swimming. Hi guys, we are back again, Charlie. I'm right here in Kigali, Rwanda. And as you can see, this is the hotel I'm going to be lodging. It's called the Kigali Serena Hotel. This is how I look today. Yay! And yeah, we are going to be exploring this beautiful hotel together with you. My first impression here is Kigali is so neat. The country is so neat. Right from the airport to the hotel, I've been saying this and I'm really impressed. You're coming along with me, so come, let's go, let's explore this place. Let's go, guys. I really like the fact that they have given me some fruits. And guys, what fruit is this? I haven't seen this fruit before. This is my first time. I'm yet to taste it. It looks like a tomato. Yeah, so it comes with, I've already settled in. It comes with a TV, a study area, a work area, and of course the favorite part is the bed. And yeah, it also comes with a safe. So let's go and explore the hotel. I'm really excited about the hotel, so let's go and see how the entire place looks like. Yeah, so I think the environment is such that they are not used to seeing people film, so every corner everyone is like literally staring. But this is how the pool area looks like. I'll be coming here to swim soon. I'm going to get my